Hey boys and girls, I have missed you so much and I wanted to come on today and read you a story so that we could kind of feel like we're connected again even though we're not in the classroom. I hope you've all been enjoying some time at home. I hope you've been trying to read and just enjoy your family. The story that I'm going to read you today, I read to Wilkes and Evie the other day, and it's called Ruthie and the Not So Teeny Tiny Lie. And if you remember when we were in school, we were talking about what is the central message of the story. So I want you to think about that today, the central message. What is the lesson that the author is trying to teach you? So think about that, and then also think, how do you know? What things happen in the story that help you to know the central message, okay? So Ruthie and the Not So Teeny Tiny Lie. This is by Laura Rankin. She's the author of the story. She wrote the words. Ruthie loved tiny things. The tinier the better. Her toys were the teeniest imaginable. She had dinky dinosaurs, itty-bitty trains, ponies no bigger than your pinky, and teddy bears that were barely there. Ruthie loved finding tiny treasures too. At the beach, she searched for the smallest seashells. The flowers she picked were no bigger than fairy wings. She even had an eggshell from a hummingbird. And wherever Ruthie went, she carried some kind of teeny thing in her pocket. One day at school recess, after jump rope and swings, Ruthie took a turn on the twirling bar. When she landed, she saw something in the grass. It was a little box with a teensy window and an even tinier button on top. She couldn't believe her luck. It was a teeny tiny camera. Ruthie looked through its little window. Then she pressed the button on top to take a picture. Click! Just like a real camera. This was absolutely the best thing Ruthie had ever found, and it was hers. Click, click. She tried it out every which way. Say cheese, clouds. Click. Say cheese, little bug. Click. Say cheese, school. Click. Say cheese, Martin. Click. But Martin didn't say cheese. Martin said, "Hey, that's my camera." Ruthie was startled. That was one of our vocabulary words. Startled means she was scared or frightened or surprised. "No, it's not. It's mine." "Give it to me," said Martin. "It's mine." "It is not. Is too." "No, it's not," shouted Ruthie, and she raced back to class. "What's going on?" asked Ms. Olson. "Ruthie's got my camera," cried Martin. "I got it for my birthday and I dropped it on the playground." But Ruthie wanted that teeny tiny camera in the worst way. "It's mine," she yelled. "I got it for my birthday." Well, that wasn't the truth at all. Not one teeny tiny bit. So think about what Ruthie's doing if she's making a good choice. Mrs. Olson looked at Martin. She looked at Ruthie. "Goodness, this is a problem," she said. "The camera can't belong to both of you. I'll keep it safe in my desk drawer for now. Let's talk about it again tomorrow." Ruthie's stomach flip-flopped all the rest of the day. She couldn't remember the answer to 2 + 2. When Mrs. Olson read a story, every word flew straight out the window. Now, does that mean that the words actually had wings and flew out the window? No, that just means that she's not even thinking about what's going on because she's feeling bad for the choice she made. She told a story. The bus ride home took forever. "Hi, Ruthie," said Mama. "How was school?" "Okay," mumbled Ruthie. Dinner was macaroni and cheese, Ruthie's favorite. But she couldn't eat, not one little bite. "Aren't you feeling well?" asked Papa. "I'm not hungry," she said. At bedtime, Ruthie was close to tears. "What's the matter?" asked Mama. So Ruthie told Mama and Papa the whole story. "What do you think went wrong?" asked Papa. I said it was my camera, said Ruthie, but it's not. It's going to be okay, said Papa. You made a mistake, and tomorrow you can fix it. I think Mrs. Olson and Martin will understand. So Ruthie's really realizing what she did, and she's not wanting to have to face what she knows is the right thing to do. But the next morning, Ruthie could barely eat. Maybe Mrs. Olson wouldn't understand. Maybe Ruthie would have to sit in the timeout corner. Maybe Martin would never talk to her again. Maybe no one would ever talk to her again. Not one teeny weeny word. The school bell was about to ring. Ruthie took a deep breath and began the long walk to the front of the room. Mrs. Olson's desk seemed very far away. Good morning, Ruthie, said Ms. Olson. I have something to tell you, said Ruthie in a very small voice. The camera isn't mine. I didn't get it for my birthday. I found it on the playground. Mrs. Olson didn't make her sit in the timeout corner. She didn't even look mad. Instead, she gave Ruthie a hug and kissed the top of her head. Thank you for telling the truth, said Mrs. Olson. That took a lot of courage. I'm very sorry, Martin, said Ruthie. It's okay, said Martin. Oops. All at once, Ruthie's stomach stopped flip-flopping. She even skipped a little on the way back to her desk. She got the right answer to 3 plus 7 in math. After lunch, Mrs. Olson read the funniest story Ruthie had ever heard. And on the short bus ride home, Ruthie realized she didn't miss the teeny tiny camera. Not one teeny tiny bit. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this story. And I hope you thought about, as I was reading, what is the central message? And when I asked Wilkes and Evie, they had some different answers, but everybody can kind of interpret it in their own way. Wilkes said that you should always tell the truth, and Evie said you should not lie. So they both said it in their own way, but sometimes doing the right thing isn't always easy, and you're the people that you love in your life, your friends, your parents, your teachers, your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles. We just want you to make good choices and do the right thing. And sometimes you have that little voice inside you that tells you, you can kind of feel it telling you right from wrong. And that's what happened to Ruthie. She went home and she got to thinking about the choice she made. And it took a lot of courage for her to admit that she made a mistake and tell the truth. But in the end, everything was okay. So I hope y'all understood that central message, and we knew that she was feeling this way, and we were coming to this lesson because the way Ruthie felt. She felt sick on her stomach, and she cried, and she just felt bad. She wasn't herself. So all of those things led up to us knowing that it is always best to be truthful and do the right thing. I miss you all, and I'll be back soon to read again with you, and to hopefully we're going to work some math problems together and maybe do a little bit of phonics. But I hope y'all I got my bunny and my Easter decor for you to kind of make it a little bit springy up in here. But I'll see you guys soon. Bye.